Hey y'all, this is TCA Gaming, and I just realized I've been recording a few videos with this subscribe, 71,041 at the bottom. I'm going to leave it up. This will kind of give you an idea when I recorded a video, because some of these videos are going to be spread out quite a bit, and they're going to be basically in the past. So it'd be kind of cool to look at, and I would have to move around some of the other things, and I don't feel like continuing to move them around. But anyways, today we're going to go over what I'm going to be sending to the eBay vault. The second round, I actually might be sending some more stuff, but I'm gonna do them one box at a time. I'm gonna show you guys this box because there's some really cool stuff going on in it, and I think you'd like to see some of it because I imagine there's close to $500,000 worth of cards, coming through in this box. All right, so we have Pikachu First Edition, Yellow Cheeks, PSA 8. This one's actually a gray stamp. I don't know if you guys can tell that. It's not like super light, but go on now. Why is it zooming down there? But yeah, right there. You can see that little First Edition stamp. Next up, we have the Gotta Mew. This is a glossy English Mew. It actually has Japanese stock in it. But they do, PSA does recognize it. They label it as glossy Gotta Magazine. Pocket Monsters, Japanese promo. It is a Japanese promo. I have another one where there's a 9. I don't have a 10 of this one, so if you guys have a 10, I'd still be looking to pick up one of these. Next up, we have a no damage Ninetales, which means there's no 80 damage right there. This is a 7.5. We also have a PSA 9. Again, no 80 damage right there. Probably the highest graded copy that I have. This is a Pikachu. It looks like a regular shadowless Pikachu in 10, but it's actually a Japanese stock. Again, this comes from the Best Song CD promo. The reason you can tell the difference is because the card itself is going to be lighter. The border is not double stamped, and if you had a light, it would be more translucent than the regular English version. You can kind of tell the difference right here, how dark the borders are on this. This is a regular shadowless Red Cheeks Pikachu, but this one is much more expensive because it has the E3 stamp on it, and these are pretty tough to find. Even the regular E3 that's not shadowless and Red Cheeks, if you get it in a 10, that's a pretty decent find. Next up, we have a Topps Chrome Pikachu. I think I'd picked up an extra one of them a while back. Might have been from Cool Trainer Ryan. I think I got it for like $65. Maybe it was $50. It was $50 or $65, somewhere in that range. Next up, I got this one off of Swolpoke. Actually, this might be my extra. Yeah, I think this is the extra, but this is a Gray Star Pikachu. Again, this is Japanese stock, but the card's in English. That's why I collect it and I add it to my master set. But you can see right there, the Black Star promo, it is not black, it is gray. This comes from a Japanese type release. I think you peel it off. I also have the Jigglypuff, also a Gray Star promo. I don't have this one in a 10. If you guys have it in a 10, I'd love to pick it up. Let me know if you have it. You're talking about way more expensive than the English regular Black Star promo version. We've got a 8.5 on the Poliwrath First Edition, got a 7 on the Nidoking, a 7.5 on the Hitmonchan. Here we have the corrected Rocket's Minefield Gem. What I mean by corrected is right here. If Tails, put 2 damage counters on that Pokemon. The original version was printed. It says, if Tails, put damage counters on that Pokemon. Didn't specify how many. They had to create an errata, and then it was corrected, at least we know of, from the version that you can get out of Europe, but it was also printed in English. Again, there's another one of that. Got 3 of those in Gem Mint 10, and then I also have 3 in Mint 9 condition. You guys might be hit with a lot of information in this video. Some of you may already be aware of all of these things, but you just never know what might pop out. Alright, we have a Rocket's Minefield. Again, there's 8. We have another sample promo. This one is Gem Mint 10 condition. Has the Japanese backside. I've talked about the samples many times before. These are very, very limited on release, and they were really just meant as what it suggests, as a sample to introduce the e-reader game. There are 10 different cards in production, and supposedly 100 were created for each one of those 10 cards. This is a no damage dark, or not no damage, a no HP dark Persian. This one is Mint 9 Gem Mint Pokemon. Mr. Zach, he has the only known 10 copy for this card. We have a Birthday Pikachu. This is from the World Collection, so it is non-holographic. We have a Trainer Deck A Sandshrew. You can see on the back side it has the red border. It says Trainer Deck A. There's a Brock Deck A and a Misty Deck B. They both have 60 cards. The chase card for the Deck A is the non-holographic base set Machamp. And of course for the B, it is the Blastoise, which is non-holo. Here we have a couple pre-release Clefable. That pre-release symbol right there. This is probably the most hard to find pre-release Pokemon, at least from the WotC side, I'm sure there are some staffs that are pretty tough to find from different eras. But out of the WotC era, the Aerodactyl, you know, not very tough. A little bit more expensive just because it's first edition and it's a holographic card. From Fossil, you got Dark Gyarados and Misty Seeger, pretty easy. But the Clefable, this one eludes a lot of people. Still no 10s exist to this day. And I don't even have a 9 anymore. I used to own a 9, but I let it go. There are a couple more. Here are the two different pre-release Aerodactyls. We have the gold, or as they originally named it, I think it was like Mocha. And then this one was brown, mocha and chocolate. I think that's what it was. This was the mocha print. This was the chocolate print. And from we just call it brown and gold now. They also have different types of foil. You have the original Galaxy foil, and then you have the Cosmos foil, which we saw on base set 2 and later. But both of these are in Gem Mint 10 condition. I had basically completed my pre-release set, so I went ahead and I decided let's go ahead and send those off to the vault. Next up, we have Dark Gyarados. This one is a 10 as well. You got the pre-release for the Seeger in a 10. Then we have the W, Wizards of the Coast Gold stamp. This one come from Duelist Magazine. Got it in the 10. This one also come from, I think it was Top Deck maybe. This one actually come in like this little pouch. It was like a red pouch with Team Rocket on it. Had a gym challenge insert inside of it. This is another Top Deck magazine. This is by far the hardest one to get in a 10 from what I remember anyways. Here's the Dark Charmeleon. We showed it in a sealed pack. I think it was some kind of Australian craft thing. Another Top Deck magazine, Misty's Psyduck, and then Top Deck magazine again with the Brock's Vulpix. There should be 7, I believe, total cards in the W stamp set. Yeah, 3, 6, 7. That's half of it. We got the other half coming. We've still got some big cards. You guys are probably saying, where is this 500,000 coming from? I don't have these in any particular order, so it's not going to be like building to the end. I have no idea what's at the end. Got a Legendary Collection Firo Reverse Hollow. We have a Gem Mint 10 on the base set Poliwrath. We have a Lucky Stadium Gem Mint 10, a second one in Gem Mint 10. Then we have a Chinese 25th Anniversary Charizard. 2 of those. I remember picking up a couple of these off of, look at that, the subscriber count's going up during this pre-recorded video. Hopefully it doesn't tank. We have a Card-Ass Vending Charizard. I still need this one in a 10. I have it in a 9. Here's another No Damage Ninetales. This is the BGS 9. I say the PSA is graded higher because essentially it is in better condition than this one. Here we have the semifinalists for the Tropical Tidal Wave. If you guys remember, I sold the finalist one already. There's the quarterfinalist. There's the top 16. Top 32 is incoming. There's top 32. Here's another Lucky Stadium at a 9, or an 8.5, a 9.5. I like Lucky Stadium. Definitely. I mean, it's a Pichu riding a Pikachu on a Charizard exclusive to the English side, and it's a promo. So yes, that hits all of everything that I would want other than it being holographic and having Charizard in the name. All right, we have War Turtle. This is an Arrow one. You can see right there it has the War Turtle instead of the Squirtle in the top left. Next up, we have a Charizard. I'm not sure what's going on. I think this is just a regular silver foil raise. I think that's second print maybe. Next up, we have a Charizard from EX Dragon. I graded this one recently. I was going to sell it, and I was like, let's just keep it. We have a Snorlax Gem Mint 10 from Jungle. I picked this one up from PWCC, I believe. Here we have the number 3 trainer, the Tropical Mega Battle. Definitely a nice one there. Don't expect that one to sell, but who knows? Man, we're just hitting them back to back to back. We're not even going to... These are so low on the totem pole, we're not going to show them one at a time. We've got a number 2 trainer and a number 4 trainer I got from Catch 'em All Collectibles, courtesy of Mr. Dan. We have 2 Mint 9s. He still has the number 1 and 3 from what I understand. Mine are off the table at the moment. We have a Charizard 5.5. This is first edition base set. I think that was one that I had recently graded from CGC if you guys had watched that video. If you don't like graded cards, this is not the video for you because everything is graded. We have a BGS Near Mint 7 first edition base set Charizard. And then finally we have a CGC 9. This is one that I won also off of PWCC. We have a Golduck Reverse Hollow Gem Mint 10. We have a couple of E3 cards. We have the Pichu and the Hoppip. Looking at the front, you might not know there's anything different, but by the time you get to the back, you definitely should because they have Japanese backsides. Those have went up a little bit in value. Here we have something a little bit different. We've got a Celadon City Gem, Mint 9, first edition. Why is that going to the vault? Because it is a gray stamp. I actually have 4 gray stamps from Gem Heroes. Next up, we have a 4-position only Blastoise. Basically, it's a test print. These were stuffed in Legendary Collection packs. Basically, while they were still testing Expedition on the way to the shredder, the designer, he said, no way. He saved them. And I can't remember if this is specifically one that was pulled from a pack or, that was loose. But most of those came through me. From what I understand, a few cards have been found that were just out there in the community. Next up, we have a Pikachu. This is a ghost stamp. You see it right there. It's only got a partial first edition stamp. These come from the Zap theme deck with the from base set. Had to be shadowless. I believe gold strip is what you're looking for there. But who knows? I still have yet to pull one of these out myself. 8.5, and then we have another one, Mint 9. Next up, we have an inverted stamp Mewtwo. You can see right there, instead of saying Pokemon, the first movie up here for kids WB, instead it's down here. So the sheet was put on there upside down. So there it is printed. We have another one right here, 6.5 for the Mewtwo. Then we have a ghost stamp Tentacruel. Some of these cards I've shown in recent videos, but you can see right there, it's supposed to have pre-release right there and a little gold embossed Pokeball, but those are ghost stamped. Next up, we have a pre-release Aerodactyl. Nothing too special until you're like, wait a minute, does that actually say pre-release? No, it does not. You can see right there, it is a partial stamp. It is missing part of the P, part of the R. Here is a Meowth from the Pokemon Rally stamp. I was like Junior Railroad or something like that. But they actually come with these little railroad passes and these tickets that come with them. I still have a couple of those sitting somewhere, but this one's non-holographic. These are much more rare. This is again it says it's a Japanese promo, Japanese stock. I want to say that you could get these in the UK too or something like that. But yeah, so they're much more rare than the holographic version. You have there's the Gem Mint 10 of that as well. Got that one off of Charlie. Thank you. We also have the Eevee. Same kind of deal. These come in a little booklet. You could get an Eevee or a Mewtwo, but these are non-holographic. Otherwise, if this was holographic in Gem Mint 10, you'd be looking at quite an uptick in price. There's a second one of those. And oh look, here's a holographic Eevee. So this is the second one I'm sticking back in the vault. I do have the one for the personal collection, and then this is one that I graded myself. So it is going to the vault as well. Next up, we have the Mewtwo. This one, it says Mewtwo Black Star, but it's actually from the same set as that Eevee. It is the Junior Rally promo, and the way you can tell is because, again, it has a lighter surface color to it. It's going to have a different stock. It's going to be Japanese stock. PSA does not distinguish the difference in the two cards between this one and the English one because they think it's too hard to tell apart. And it's understandable because at least with Eevee and Meowth and some of the other cards like that, there are very obvious features. Like with the Eevee and Meowth, they're holographic. With the Pikachu and the Jigglypuff, you got the gray star. With the Mew, you've got the glossy surface. With this one, you just have to be able to look at it and tell, hey, this is not the same stock. This one's lighter. This one's darker. You look at the backside. You might be able to take a flashlight to it, but to the normal person that they're going to hire to grade this stuff, they're going to have no idea, the difference in the cards. But hopefully one day, they'll establish some kind of expertise where they can distinguish the two on their own separate labels. Same thing with the Best Song Pikachu. I tried getting them to do that, and they wouldn't do it. It's similar differences like we saw with the Pikachu, same with the Mewtwo. But anyways, that's it, guys. That's all that I'm showing you guys that I'm sending off to the eBay vault, at least for this video. I may have more going off, but I hope you enjoyed the information. I'm sure it was not entertaining at all, but maybe for your mind and your ears if you're that kind of buff and you like the information from Pokemon. I should have another video very soon. Thanks.